In a studio that's in a basement comes the epic story of how two friends changed the future of the movie podcast game forever. The reviews are in. Boys Life magazine gives the High Sci podcast 4.5 acorns. The Daily Bugle says, these guys are super legit. And Pope Francis declares the podcast as life-affirming. From the kid who tried to get smart with David Spade and got fucking old.
You're still out. You're still bad.
And the guy who can name all four Baldwin brothers.
Alec, William, Daniel, and the baby boy, Stephen.
Live from the studio of his parents' basement. The Have You Seen It podcast.
Welcome back to the Have You Seen It podcast YouTube channel. My name is Mason Knight. Sitting across me is Cash Krause.
Way
and today,
across.
Way across. Yeah, the farthest we've ever been across on this podcast.
Usually we hold hands when we're recording.
No, I was
right
gonna
say,
now,
It soothes me. It relaxes me. It makes me feel better.
you get
but,
very nervous before, and I always give you a little hand.
I get the nerves, I tell you that much. But we have two guests here today. We have Richard Brumley here in the middle, and then Gideon DeMars directly to my right. And if you guys like basketball, go check out Take the Charge. You can find that in the High Side Network on this channel. He talks about the NBA each and every day on his channel. So go and subscribe to Take the Charge podcast.
Yeah, we had to bring in some experts. Richard Brumley, who is a Space Jam expert, all things Space Jam,
all
and
things.
Gideon, who is a NBA expert. So that's why we bring in on the pros.
That's what we do. Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
it's so worth it for us to bring everything we have out for this movie too, because what a movie.
And definitely very professional here. As you can see, we have 3 chairs, and then I'm sitting in a gamer chair. But you know what? We make it work.
We
looks
never
good,
thought
though.
in our wildest dreams we'd have 4 people on.
Never, not one
So
time.
we
right?
we went all in on the 3-chair set.
Yeah, we made it work.
Unfortunately,
Cash Krause, what are we reviewing today?
Big day.
Big day.
Big day. Space Jam Dose, the new legacy. Just came out on HBO Max and theaters simultaneously. Did anyone see this in the theater?
Opening night.
Wow.
I'm trying not to get mad. I'm trying not to get mad right now, but I am. Oh my God.
He's reading in his seat.
gotta
He's not a
readjust.
happy man.
Okay, let me get through this, Richard, before you drop that shit on me. It's it's the second one. It's not directed by Ryan Coogler, right? He produced it.
Produced it. Yes.
Yeah, but,
not his finest work.
No, it's directed by a really shitty director, Malcolm D. Lee. He's done nothing above 30% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That
But
is,
Scary Movie 5. That's a classic, right? Everyone remembers
Hot Wheels.
that. Oh, the upcoming Hot Wheels
That's
movie.
going to be a classic.
Fun.
He's done Barbershop 2, the next cut. That might even be the third one.
Wasn't Night School with Kevin Hart?
Yes.
Yes.
And Tiffany Haddish.
And Tiffany Haddish, yes.
And Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins. I looked at most
classic.
of those. They're right around 26, 28% Rotten Tomatoes.
That's fair.
Which is around what Space Jam, the new legacy, is at, I think, currently.
Yeah, it's getting worse as the days go by. On Rotten Tomato, let me tell you. The reviews are hilarious for it. I just spent like 10 minutes just reading the headlines of all the reviews. Uninspired, not
Commercial,
sellouts. Yeah, a lot of great things to be said about
Did you
this.
guys knew WB did this?
What?
Did you guys know
What?
Warner Brothers was involved?
No shit.
No one knew, really.
I just thought that was all a coincidence.
LeBron James is in this as well.
No way.
Wow.
But Warner Brothers.
Not his real kids, though.
No,
He was like, absolutely not. I don't want you fucking.
real
in
kids
this
are
movie.
losers. And they can't act. But no,
Well, neither can their dad.
this is done by Warner Brothers, if you guys didn't know. Because they remind you in every frame of this movie that
Easily.
this is a Warner Brothers property.
Yep.
And they're going to cram every character they've ever made, even though some of them are wildly inappropriate to be at a basketball game.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, a White
There
Walker?
is-
Not really the spectator I was hoping for.
Well, they have the Droogs from A Clockwork Orange. Those
That's
guys
true.
were
Yeah.
rapists.
They were rapists. A very
good point.
dark film.
But yeah, they have the nuns from a film called The Devils. That was from 1971. It was like the most.
They got Pennywise.
Yeah, it was like the most
Pennywise,
child killer.
Yeah, literally kills children.
But These guys love basketball, okay? And we can't stop them when they're not raping, when they ain't killing, when they ain't killing kids. They're loving the game.
Basketball is for all walks of life.
It's universal.
That's what we've learned, yeah.
It's
no matter
universal.
who you are, you can enjoy the game of
It
basketball.
brings people from all cultures together.
Absolutely.
Including rapists, murderers, and killers.
Yes.
Which, they love the game.
They do. What can you say?
If you got a chance to get front row seats to a LeBron James game, you take it. Even if you're Pennywise the Clown.
We could jump all around this, but I spent, because this movie was so awful in my mind, Richard, you're going to get your time.
We know.
I spent most of the time looking at the crowd, and this was like a commercial for Spirit Halloween. They spent maybe 30 seconds on these costumes. Were so Voldemort's in that. He has a nose. They couldn't digify the nose. No. Mr. Freeze, Arnold's Mr. Freeze, he looks so fucking awful. He looks just like a White Walker. They did zero other prep. All the penguin, Dan DeVito's penguins in the crowd looks
I saw that too, yeah.
awful, dude. But all these guys, they took like zero time.
There was no effort.
I don't
No
know
effort
why.
putting that. I don't know.
There's a lot of shots of the audience.
There is.
Too many, because they knew people would not be involved in this game.
Now, question. I mean, King Kong's a bigger boy. Do you think he paid for 2 tickets?
No.
No?
No, absolutely not. He fucking just took one.
I mean, he took... Well, that's a massive ticket to be selling.
I'm pissed if I get tickets behind that fat fuck.
him and the Iron Giant, they sat next to each
Why
other.
are they coming together?
What are we doing?
Put these guys at the top. Why are they not 300
They should just
level?
stand.
Nosebleeds.
That was my favorite part when it was like they told LeBron that he got sucked into like the WB. What was the verse called?
The WB 3000.
No,
right?
but what was the universe they were in? It was the Cyberverse or whatever.
yeah.
The Serververse.
Serververse, yeah.
There you go, yeah.
And immediately LeBron's like, we got to get some big guys. We got to get King Kong. We got to get Iron Giant. And he lists
Superman.
No,
Who-
yeah,
who- who
He
can
starts
just
with Superman, then he goes, "Oh, King Kong would be a beast on the boards." Hilarious joke, by the way.
who can just name off WB properties though? Like, I mean, I'm a movie fan, and if you said, "Hey, name off some WB," I wouldn't go Iron Giant, King Kong. They all the guys. LeBron immediately fucking knows he's a
The
big
man's a
WB.
fan of Warner Brothers. He goes, "You guys are writing my checks? I'm a huge
I
fan."
don't think so, because he fucking rails his kid for playing a video game. It
does.
seems like he's not a fan of the entertainment industry.
At all.
Not at all. And his kid is doing something very... there's another scene when he's like, "Dad, I want to be a computer program." And LeBron's like, "Get your head out of the clouds. You'll never be... You got to be professional." Like, what? Computer program is a much more level... job to get, but LeBron's like, "You'll never get that job.
Well,
You'll
a lot
only
more
be a
obtainable, too, than being a professional basketball
Well,
player.
especially when you have the money that LeBron, he could just buy him a video game studio. You could
He
just design.
does. He's got a desk the size of my room.
Like,
I mean,
bro,
yeah.
You don't need it. Just buy a company. You're done. Your job's done.
And I got to say, for a dad who has $1 billion worth in assets, a very modest bedroom. I mean, the gaming system
Still-
was nice, but that kid's got a mansion.
Still not as
in real life.
modest as
Michael Jordan's
house
Yeah.
in Space Jam, which is a 3.5 bedroom, 2.5 bath. It's very modest.
No security at all. Just
None.
anyone can drive on
no
up.
fence.
No fence.
No fence at all.
Nothing.
Yeah.
He's just out in the front yard playing with the dog.
Yeah, so it's not that much. At least he had like his own basketball court and shit.
Yeah, that made
At least
more
they
sense.
knew who LeBron was. But yeah, I thought, it wasn't my favorite. I didn't think the intro was nearly as good as the other intro, where it's like LeBron gets a game system for a half a minute, and then his coach was like, "You gotta stop messing with these games." Like, he's always been playing games. He played a game over 30 seconds. And that was his love for. That's why he hates video games.
Cash.
Yes.
Because he took that game, he became LeBron James. He became the king because that coach took that game away.
I don't know.
That's how that works.
I actually think LeBron is somewhat of a gamer. I mean, he grew up in the early 2000s. I assume he played games. But in this world, you got to give up everything. And he's the worst dad, too. He only talks in coach speeches to his kids.
That's it.
Like, talk to me like I'm your son, not like I'm one of your players.
Yeah, like, don't you love me, Dad? Or is this just for your
Gotta
advantage?
work harder on the court. Like, what are you talking about? I don't... He's not a good dad, and this thing paints him as not a good dad. He's
Yeah,
damn near the villain until the very end.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead,
I wanna
Richard.
hear it.
Let's
I wanna
get
hear
your
it.
time. Why do you love this movie so
Yes.
much? What do you love about it?
Every part of it.
That's so
Listen to me.
All right, okay.
I'm telling you right now, there was literally not one part that I did not enjoy. I loved the build-up, the story. I love that they had to go to different planets to get all the Looney Tunes back.
So that was the best part of the
That
movie.
was the best part. Yeah,
By
that was
far.
the best part.
No.
Oh.
The best part was on the edge of my seat because I thought Michael Jordan was going to make a fucking appearance in the movie.
That was funny
You're
too.
a fool. You're a fool.
I was gonna have it. I was gonna say-
called that.
Mason, I had this down.
Yeah, it
Well,
was
no,
Michael
duh,
B.
he's
Jordan.
not coming back. Yeah,
No, dude.
But that part was funny when they played the Bulls intro. And
Yeah.
and what was it? Daffy was like, "Yeah, I found him in the audience." Like, he's just watching.
He's just a big LeBron fan.
No, it wasn't Daffy Duck. It was Sylvester the cat.
Oh right.
Oh,
So
yeah,
Because
he's
Michael
like,
B.
I
Jordan goes, this cat told me to come over here, and I didn't. And I was like,
I just found him in the audience, which is
listen, between that and all the digs at LeBron, that was the best.
there was a
For
few.
me, that was the
few.
best part of the movie.
Except when fucking what was his name, Ali G or whatever algorithm. That was what his name was. Short Don Cheeto.
Don Cheeto. Yeah,
Yeah, he was. His speech that he first gives to LeBron is just like just a hand job to LeBron. I'm just saying he's the greatest of all time. But they do kind of make digs at him.
they do.
They
Well,
did
they
like.
have to.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess LeBron could have easily been like, "Hey, cut that shit," or I'm
Yeah,
not gonna be
cut
in
it
it.
all.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because they make digs about him making super teams.
Yeah.
which I was kind of surprised that they
and
even
then
did that.
And then Richard brought it up, but the whole kid being like, "Oh, my dad left." He's like, "Well, Don is like, well, you should be used to that."
Yeah,
Your dad went to the Cleveland Cavaliers and then to the Heat and then back to the Cleveland.
No, but it's not like he was
Cleveland
leaving his
Cavaliers.
kids
Yeah,
behind.
he wasn't
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry,
maybe
got started
he
a
was.
family.
He wasn't a great dad in that movie.
Got a
He
Cleveland
could.
family. Yeah, the whole time they're painting him as not the world's greatest dad. But yeah, I thought my favorite part, and it's a 10-second clip, is when they go to the Mad Max world and get Wiley.
Yes, that was cool.
I thought that was funny with the witness me part. I thought that was funny. The Michael B. Jordan part I thought was funny as well. But besides that, I did not laugh during this fucking film.
I didn't laugh once. I watched it like I wanted to love this movie.
Out of all
because
people, I figured you would want to love this.
I
film.
wanted to love this movie, and I was like, this is fucking bullshit. You literally made this as a cash grab. You motherfuckers.
Well, and one big ad campaign for
That's
how
all
wonderful
this is-
Warner Brothers was.
This is a Warner Brothers hand job for 2 hours.
It felt like Ready Player One.
Yes.
that.
but a
Yeah.
knockoff.
But like, let's just cram all of our shit in this, and it's I hated that. The cartoons. I felt like you could have replaced any of the Looney Tunes with any fucking generic cartoon. They're just not giving enough in this. I mean, it's ridiculous. And the basketball game I thought was fucking ridiculous.
It wasn't even a basketball.
It wasn't
game.
a basketball game.
I can't keep.
It was his video game.
I don't
That
give
was
a fuck. I
point.
want to watch basketball.
Well, that's another thing.
That was
his
the
son,
point,
his
though.
son was a shit video game developer because the game had no fucking rules.
No rules.
No,
It made
none.
no sense.
Yeah, it's
Who made
true,
this
yeah.
point system?
What's the scoring
I do a
process behind this
360,
game?
32 points. I do between the legs, 42 points. Why?
I think it would be harder to memorize how to score more points than it is to actually
Super
play the
hard.
video game, right?
And let's give Wile E. Coyote MVP. He scores 500 points in 30 seconds.
No
He's
shit.
rising him up above the crowd.
LeBron didn't do shit.
LeBron maybe scores 100 points, which sounds so fucking stupid.
He was
coming out
4 or
100
5.
points.
4 or 5.
That-
He missed one shot, almost blew the game.
That's why I didn't pay attention to the game because it meant nothing to me. It's like
That was the thing, yeah.
It
Because you
mean-
didn't understand the point system at all, so you didn't care because you knew they were going to win, but you want to see that journey to like see, oh, they're going to win the game. But it's just like this one basket was 500 points, and all of a sudden they're right back into the game.
no idea.
They were down 1,000 points.
No idea. Why do they even have a ref?
Right.
No, it's that stupid Clippy guy, which I fucking hated the design of
Pete?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
what
You
was
not
he?
make
What was
him
he supposed to be?
Clippy, I'm guessing the Microsoft tool.
Oh. I just thought he
It
was like
didn't
a
work
dot.
out.
I was like, I didn't
didn't
know.
get it.
I
don't know what physically. Maybe a mouse or something.
I don't know because he was just a circle or ball. I was like, I don't know. Is he a gumdrop? Like, what the
I
fuck is this
hate
guy
it.
supposed to be?
I know you could not design that guy any better. You couldn't come up with a more compelling design than fucking that. Horrible. But let's talk about Don Cheadle, who fucking phones this in. This
Yeah.
role. Oh my god.
This
dude.
was a prime. Hey man, I got something for you. You can take it. There's other people. Like, it is what it is.
I never thought I'd say this, but Kevin Hart. he would have made a better,
way better.
You got to have someone much more animated in this world. He's literally the embodiment of the internet. He should be doing all kinds. He should be like Mask. He should be doing all kinds of crazy shit, which Mask was in this movie.
He was.
WB, of course.
WB got it. How do you forget?
But I mean, that guy, he should have been way more animated, and it was just Don Cheadle being Don Cheadle, which I love Don Cheadle, but he's like a more dramatic actor. He was just fucking phoning this, and he starts out kind of strong, but then from there on out, he's doing nothing in this. He's playing Don Cheadle until the end when he's playing Don Cheadle as LeBron when he becomes LeBron's body. He didn't do great. It was not. I'd much rather have Danny DeVito.
Yes, that would have been great. Danny DeVito reprising his role as Whackhammer.
Well, I mean, anyone, any kind of. I think that's why I said Kevin Hart, because he could be more animated in this, and I'm not the biggest Kevin Hart fan. Trust me, but I think he would have done a better role in this.
It had been the perfect role for him just because he's so over the top and animated. Like the jokes would have hit harder if it was Kevin Hart. Also, you think he would probably write some actual jokes for it, hopefully, not just read whatever bullshit they wrote up for you.
So, Richard, are you disagreeing with any of these points? Because you're kind of the opposite.
I'll agree with that part. I mean, they could have found someone a little better to play the villain, but. Yeah.
You think Don Cheadle, and you're like, oh, fuck yeah, Don Cheadle.
Yeah, great actor. But
not as Ali G or whatever the fuck his name is.
Al G?
Yeah, he was.
Or AIG? I don't know what it was.
Algae.
Is it algae?
Yeah, I was right.
Yeah,
it's so fucking stupid.
Because it's short for algorithm, but it sounds like what's at the
sounds
bottom
like
of the ocean. And he was not aquatic at all.
No, he was not.
Yeah. Okay, we got to talk about the NBA players in this.
Oh, because Dame has the best scene, I thought. I thought Dame's scene was the best.
The whole time,
like,
when they didn't first show him on the court, I'm like, well, what's happening here? I'm like, I only tuned in for one reason.
And that's Dame time.
But
is that collusion? Can the NBA fine him for that? Because he got the best role out of all of them. They gave Dame the coolest part. I think that's a little bit of collusion. Just... Adam Silver should look into it. That's all I'm saying.
That's true.
I did not like these villains at all. The Goon Squad. I'm like, what is they? I think they made him too powerful. I mean, fucking what's it? Clay. He's a water and fire bender during this. I feel like you can't beat that guy.
You can't. No.
Well, no, they did. He got sucked up into that, and then in the weirdest scene, they're like wringing him out, and he's like coming out of the bucket, just fucking just. What the fuck was that?
I don't know, but I do agree Dame Dollar, Dame Time was the best one.
I like that they put his song on the album,
godlike. He could slow down time. I mean,
it's a good power-up.
I don't know how you lose to any of these guys, but I don't know. Yeah.
Heart, that's what it is.
Oh,
and the will to win.
That is...
And family.
That is 2020 is the summer of family. They are cramming that down with Black Widow is all about family. F9 is fucking, and then this film is just family.
The importance and power of family.
How bad of an actor was Anthony Davis that they didn't give him a line other than they were just like, hey man, don't say anything. Just stand there in this green suit and look goofy.
Yeah, he just grunts the whole time.
He's a goofy looking man too. The unibrow.
They somehow made him look goofier in this.
Yeah, they did.
His actual persona. Yeah. But I felt like the Looney Tunes didn't have enough to do with it either. There wasn't enough Bugs Bunny being like a trickster or anything like that.
Yeah, that was my biggest
so little
gripe.
of that.
What?
That was the whole point. Was that the game was being taken too serious, right? LeBron was too serious the entire time, and Bugs Bunny was like, "We're Looney Tunes. We need to be loony." Yeah, but so at halftime when they adjusted and let them be loony.
Yeah, but I mean, you would have to be fucking stupid to be like, these guys are bending the rules of physics. Let's not use that to our advantage. We're gonna play fundamental.
Yeah. Play
pick and roll.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the guy that slows down time, but we may need more than pick and roll and the top of the key screens.
Yeah, the drop coverage defense switching.
They're playing man.
Yeah, it's not going to work. There's nothing we're going to be able to do with that.
I don't know if you saw the guy that came through a drain to get here.
Aquaman 2.0.
We're going to need more. That was so dumb to me. I did not, I mean, and for LeBron being a huge WB fan.
Yeah, you would have known all these things.
Yeah, so I don't get it. And they're losing by like 2,000 to 12 at one point.
At half,
It's
it was like, what was it, 1,000 to 37?
1,037
That's why
36.
LeBron's the GOAT. He overcame 1,000-point deficit.
Shut
Okay.
No, Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah, Wile E.
there you go.
Coyote made up this deficit.
They should have used that multiplier thing the entire goddamn time.
They should have.
But LeBron said no looniness. He said, check that shit at the door.
Just jump shots and 3-pointers.
We're running
And dunks.
suies. Let's go. Like,
You know what? That's why Kyrie left his team. He said nothing loony, and Kyrie's trying to light sage
Yeah.
and shit. He was like, get out.
telling people the earth is flat.
Yeah, a little too loony for Bron.
Yeah, that shit. Maybe that's what burned LeBron out on the looniness.
No, it was Kyrie,
If you went to these
absolutely.
goddamn crazies on my team, I can't.
So let's talk about the game too, because this is where I fell asleep twice, and I had to
Yeah.
be waking up, or woken up. Dude, the game was just, there were no stakes to this game whatsoever.
Yeah, of course there were.
Besides the
The
stakes of-
Looney Tunes were gonna
Yeah.
die, and then LeBron would be stuck, and I guess
let's talk
Don
about
Cheadle would keep his son.
But the crowd,
What?
The crowd gets millions of people or whatever get sucked into this
Kidnapped.
universe. Don Cheadle is literally like, or
Don Cheeto.
Algie,
Yeah.
Cheadle, whatever. Algie literally tells everyone, you will be stuck in this universe forever. You will never see your family, friends, kids ever again.
No one's cared.
And
It's a
everyone's cheering,
basketball
having
game.
a good time.
And I'm sitting next to fucking Pennywise. I'm scared shitless.
I'm shitting my drawers.
Yeah, the dragon is right next to me from Game of Thrones. No one is taking a second. You know what I would be doing? Gone. I'm
taking off.
checking out the town. I'm gonna stick around for this basketball.
No,
game.
hell no.
I'm in the internet. I can do anything at this point, but no one. Fucking Ernie Johnson. No one cares.
Ernie
funny-
Johnson was way too cool about just being sucked in to do
That's
commentary.
another thing is too many humans in this. I wanted the announcers should have been Ernie Johnson and then a Looney Tune.
Yes.
It'd have been great
It
if
should
it
have been
was.
it should not have been Ernie Johnson, then Little Ray or Little Rel or whatever his name is. It's
I didn't know who that was either.
he's in fucking Little Rel's and everything these days. But yeah, it should have been one Looney Tune. Or two Looney Tunes. I don't even need Ernie Johnson in there.
Yeah.
Hey, well, you know what though? I'll give Ernie his due. Did a good job.
He's literally
a
playing
professional.
himself. He's literally playing
But that's what they did so good in the original is they used all the Looney Tunes. I mean, the two announcers were those
mice, yeah.
Yeah,
And they killed it.
they did.
They fucking that was great.
It was like they were trying to use as little Looney Tunes as possible.
possible, yeah.
Because we talked about it in the last one, but Marvin the Martian gets absolutely gypped in this. They fucking run him over and just steal his plane or whatever, his UFO. And he's not even, they use the fucking Clippy guy as the ref.
Yep.
It's shit.
It is.
It's absolute shit.
It really makes me mad.
yeah, it really does.
And my biggest gripe of this, as soon as the Looney Tunes went from 2D to 3D, I said, I'm done.
They looked weird.
They look
to me.
fucking awful. Though it's the Looney Tunes. Keep them in 2D at all times. I don't want to see a reimagining of fucking Looney Tunes.
It was an upgrade.
no, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It was a
Looney Tunes is
severe
supposed
downgrade.
to be 2D.
Yeah. It's 2D. Stick with 2D, man. They've
It
been
was
2D
them,
for
yeah, it was
decades.
them trying to fucking.
It's the same thing with Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh should be 2D. When they started doing this 3D shit, I turned off Disney Channel.
I turned off
the whole thing.
And I was 11
I don't
when they
even-
started doing
I
that.
don't even remember that.
I don't remember
Yeah,
that
they
being a
turned
thing,
Winnie the
but
Pooh like 3D, and I said, no, I'm done.
3D. He was coming at him, and he was like, "I can't. I fucking won't have
For
it."
real. The mini adventures of Winnie the Pooh was my favorite 2D Disney, like half an hour Winnie the Pooh episodes. And then they went
TV
3D.
show, yeah,
I
it was
said,
good,
no
yeah.
more.
But no, they don't do that here. They go full 3G, Lola Bunny.
Yeah, why? You know what? I know I'll take some heat for it. I liked her better in the first one.
Yeah.
I liked her a little
Okay, yeah,
thick.
the first
I liked
Yeah.
her that she was rolling.
She was way hotter. They give her
Oh,
like
yeah.
real baggy clothes in this, and like they change her voice. Not nearly as sultry and sexy in the first one.
I know, bro. That first voice back in 96.
They fucking knew. I mean, they knew what they did in the
Yeah,
first
they
one. They're
did.
like, we cannot have a bunch
Cannot
of
repeat
kids
this.
sing our rabbits.
Well,
sexy?
furry is
Or-
already an epidemic to begin with. These
It's an
kids are
epidemic.
already fucked
It's
up.
My little
so-
sister's one.
a furry.
Right?
Bro, do not let her hang out with older dudes. Or if I see a furry in like a Comic Con, I run.
Run.
The
You gotta
other
run the
way.
other way.
I don't want that guy touching me. I don't want that. I don't want to be smelling.
You don't want to smell his odors.
I
'cause-
picked up 3 of them when I was doing Uber and Lyft. They got in the car. They wore the those costumes to the airport.
It's the biggest.
They got in the car in the costume.
I'm
and
gonna
they
make.
thought,
I'm gonna make
yeah.
this stand. It's the biggest pandemic in America right now.
It's the one we should be most focused on. Okay.
Get out of here, Delta.
Is this fucking
Furries.
furry pandemic? Yeah, but they weren't risking that in this one. They said, don't
No.
even make her woman-like.
Yeah, add
Make
the
her as man-like.
baggiest jersey as possible.
Yeah, it's a damn shame.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I know
'cause-
there's a lot of fucking weird guys going to this movie.
This
That's
one.
true.
One
For one reason, and that's Lola Bunny.
Yeah, as soon as
they're
Lola
walking
wasn't
out.
thick,
Yeah.
that was it.
First frame, a Lola Bunny in a
Nope.
big jersey.
Just 40
About
guys.
it. Yeah.
Puts his pants back on, leaves the theater.
Puts his furry hat, his fox head or whatever back on, like walks out. Like,
It was a waste
this
of
is not for me.
$18.
This is not for me. Yeah.
You know what was a waste of $18?
This movie?
No, well, yes, this movie.
It costs a
and
lot
then-
more than $18. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that.
I had to pay 18 to watch it, and it wasn't worth it.
$50 million budget, the same as Dune.
That's wild.
Well, they spent
For this.
150 just to get all those goddamn characters in the fucking crowd.
No, it's WB. It's theirs.
Oh, that's right. It's
theirs,
theirs.
yeah.
They
They
could just
spent
put.
zero
They
money
spent
on
zero on the costumes. That's for sure.
It was all the.
That was the biggest budget. They
green
spent $48 on every costume for that.
That's true. That's why
so
Mask
bad.
was just a guy with green face paint.
It was so.
All right,
yeah.
Richard, brighten it up for us a little bit because we have really been shitting on this film. What did you find like appeasing? Like,
What was
tell
the
me
best
some
scene?
scenes.
What was the best
yeah,
scene? Yeah.
Best scenes.
The
you like.
best scene.
Yeah, or one of them.
Well, I told you I liked the Michael Jordan, the Michael B.
Yeah, that
Jordan
wasn't
scene.
bad. Yeah, that
I
was
like
good.
that
Makes
one.
me so mad.
I liked the whole concept of like Bugs Bunny being alone, right? And then he's sitting in that tavern by himself and he's drinking all that carrot juice and he's just hammered.
He's hammered.
That was
He's
also
just-
a good part. Yeah.
He's just wasted out of his mind. And yeah, I mean,
And that was an adult joke too, which is nice. you
Yeah,
know.
which as an adult seeing this, I get to understand it instead of waiting many years till I'm old enough to understand what the hell's going on. Because in the first one I didn't know. Catch any
So,
of
but
those jokes.
I guess my question to you is you didn't have a problem with one, all the CGI and the fact that they completely changed up like what Space Jam was all about in regards to the Looney Tunes. It really just turned into the Warner Brothers Space Jam. You get what I'm saying? Like it wasn't
Or
Looney
was
Tunes.
commercial. Yeah.
Yeah.
For 2 fucking hours for sure.
That didn't bother
No.
you at all?
No.
Really?
Okay. Yeah, I got to jump in on this one. It drives me fucking crazy. They didn't pay any homage to the last one whatsoever.
They didn't use the song.
They didn't fucking use anything from it. They didn't give us any nod. They pretty
They gave
much
us one
told
nod.
Michael Jordan to go fuck himself.
The Nerd Lucks were in this for like 3 seconds.
They were like they
But it
showed a
didn't-
flash of
It
them.
didn't make any sense because Don Cheeto's side was all villains and they were on his side. I mean, it's like the guys didn't watch Space Jam because the Nerdlucks turned into Looney Tunes.
good. Yes, they did at the end.
It's almost like someone watched like I don't know a highlight clip of Space Jam. We're like, I think I got the gist of it. Yeah. It's wild and like to not use a song like there's a theme song for this franchise.
Do you guys
beautiful.
understand what the title of the movie is, right?
Yeah, it's a new
new
legacy.
legacy.
I don't give a
Like,
fuck
the whole
about a
time-
new legacy.
No,
I
they
didn't
ma-
want a new one.
They made it very clear the entire time that it's not a remake. It's not the same thing.
No, it
was
should have just
never
been a
meant-
sequel.
It was never meant
It doesn't
to
have to be a remake. You
Where-
can still use a song.
Just paid homage to the
Yeah,
last
you could
one.
still use a song
Yeah,
at
just
least.
That's it.
Not having the song at the end credits is fucking wild.
Outrageous. All movies
I
do
mean,
that
Mortal
shit.
Kombat, the new one, at
Yep.
least did a remix. Why couldn't they have
Yeah.
done that? That's a new legacy. A new legacy is like we're enhancing the older one. They didn't enhance the fucking older one. They just made something.
They just
newer and
shined it
shittier.
up,
Yeah.
and it just fucking looked like ass.
And not only that, but like when you're talking about the demographic for this film, you obviously know that the people who watched this as kids back in '96 wanted some sort of homage paid towards the original film. And
That's
that's
where
where
I'm
they completely missed the mark on this film. It's like they didn't pay any homage at all. And like we didn't have to have like, oh, Michael Jordan's wonderful or any of that, but just show a little respect to the old one. And the Space Jam theme song still kicks so much ass that like that's something they could have at least added to make everyone hype.
Well, they have the
You know?
intro highlight reel of LeBron. Why not play it there? It blows my mind.
It was perfect because that's
It
literally
had been
how
the
they
same
opened
one
the
as
first
the last one. Yeah. It had been perfect. Or just a nod, just to show like MJ look at his phone and be like, I'm not watching that, and turns it down. Like something funny just to put in, but I know LeBron would
Yeah,
never,
and you can say
ever
it's a
ask
new
him.
it's a new take or whatever, but like there's only one one reason this movie's being made, and it's
Existing,
because
yeah.
of the old one. It's not because it's a new. It's like people are just seeing this because it's a great fucking idea. Because it's not. It's not a
it's
good
really
idea.
not a good
There's
idea at
only
all.
one reason that this movie exists, and it's because of the first one. I mean, you'd never if they just came out with this Space Jam today. I mean, maybe it's because I was a kid, but it does not hold up compared to the other one at all.
As far as villains, which one did you like better? Did you like the Monstars or the Goon Squad better?
The Monstars.
You did like the Monstars
Yeah.
better? Even with Dame, your boy.
Yeah.
He's not going to be your boy soon, though.
Yeah. He's not going nowhere.
I thought
Really?
Not this year.
no, he's not. But
Not,
I thought he was
this
the best.
year. No, we're winning the chip next year.
Well, that's not going to happen.
I thought
That's
he
the first
demanded
time
a
I
trade.
have agreed
No,
with you,
that's-
Richard. No,
that's not.
You're so behind.
Yeah,
dude.
quit. This is why you're not on the Take the Charge podcast.
No, of course not. No, I don't
Why are
claim
you
to know shit
spreading
about
rumors?
basketball.
Yeah, don't spread
No,
You're
misinformation.
doing exactly
No,
what
you're
everyone
spreading-
else is doing. You're just spreading false information. So just quit.
Dude, I am
That's
seeing
true.
articles
False
after
information.
articles.
we're
No,
here.
it's
Wait,
none of it.
3
None of
weeks
it's coming
ago.
from Dame. None of it's coming from Dame. This is all little bullshit that Clutch is leaking to try to get him to the Lakers to like make the fucking Blazers.
No, I heard there was
nervous.
some cryptic Instagram post that he just had about...
No, it was literally him He was at an
talking
LA
about-
Sparks game, and they took a photo of him, and he put a caption. It had nothing to do with anything, and
No, I
everybody
think-
was like, "Oh, he's going to the Lakers."
I think
No, it
he's
wasn't
talking
the
about the
Lakers.
Nipsey Hussle quote that he posted 3 months ago.
Yeah, it's just
right when the season ended.
Yeah, it's been some time, guys.
Oh, okay,
it's
okay.
been-
everybody wants to like.
There's still articles being shared all the time. I think Blazer fans are just freaking
No,
out.
he
Well,
came
they
out-
should,
They
but-
interviewed him after one of the Olympic practices. He came out and said he hasn't said nothing.
Yeah,
Wow.
I
He
look
just
up all.
hates
I
Neil
look
Olshey.
up all Trailblazer news every day, and there's not talk about
Well,
it.
it wouldn't make any sense because he was the guy who wanted Chauncey Billups as head coach. So why would you
Kind
leave
of,
right
I
after
mean-
that?
He mentioned he endorsed him at first and then pulled it out. Then he was like, "Whoa! I didn't know about that
Well,
shit
and it's
because
like
none
what
of us
It's
did."
like what he said. They showed him a list of names and he chose the ones that he liked.
Yeah, totally fair.
He just picked out the 2 that he knew.
Yeah.
which was Chauncey Billups, which he did know. I mean, he's yeah.
He's like, I recognize this name and this name. Give me one of them.
Well, yeah, I thought he was the best. Dame was the best design.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
the clock
Yeah.
thing was
Yeah.
was cool. It was-
Especially because it's Dame time, and they even kind of put that in there on the watch, which I thought was just kind of
that
nice.
that made sense. A lot of
Yeah.
the other stuff was like
Well-
the Clay Thompson was
Wet
was lit-
fire,
wet
like I get it. Like he's I don't know.
get
Pick
it
one or
too.
the other,
Yeah.
either fire or water. Fucking. But I didn't get Anthony Davis. He was just a bird. Yeah, like what the fuck? He couldn't have hooked AD up with a better part.
I don't know. I didn't know that. I guess maybe that might be a Pelicans thing. But
But he's not even on the Pelicans. When was this movie filmed? No,
They're not even called the Pelicans anymore.
they are.
Oh,
They're not?
No,
No,
I'm
they
thinking
still
of.
are.
I'm thinking of the Hornets.
Oh, Charlotte? Yeah.
What are they called now?
The Hornets.
Oh, yeah.
They were the
They were the
Bobcats.
Bobcats.
Yeah, at one point. For a few years. So that was when Michael Jordan used to co-own that team
No,
or
he still
whatever.
does.
New
He
Orleans.
owns them
New Orleans
now
used to
outright.
be the Jazz. That's the name they need back. I don't know why Utah is
I've
hoarding
never
that
heard
name. Yeah. You know, Utah, I go down there.
Great
Best
jazz scene. Great jazz scene.
Number one capital
Mormons
in the
and
world
jazz.
for-
Number one for all white jazz players, Utah.
There are a lot of white people in Utah.
Who? Okay.
99%.
Better actor, LeBron or Michael Jordan?
LeBron.
Although LeBron does not do great. He can't carry film for 2 hours.
No.
No,
I
this-
thought he was perfect in
That's why
Trainwreck,
they
where he had
animated
like a
him,
couple
yeah,
of
for an
jokes that they
hour.
dropped him
Well, that's
in.
why I thought he was a good actor, was in Trainwreck. I'm like, yeah, he's pretty good. But no, I did the comparison already, but it's Kevin Garnett's number one.
Oh, from Uncut Gems?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and I said Michael's about mid-tier, Ronda Rousey bottom. But I'd say LeBron is probably upper echelon for athletes turned actors. There's not very many. It's not a high bar. Although Kevin Durant is fucking great. He's an actually good actor.
Kevin Durant is?
Kevin
Kareem
Garnett.
Kareem
Kevin
had
Garnett,
some
yeah, I
good
was like-
moments. Airplane?
Kareem is good.
Yeah, Kareem had some good moments.
Airplane and Game of Death with Bruce Lee.
True. Yep.
Which he doesn't talk in very much.
No,
He
but
says, like, two things.
he also lumbers around. The Kung Fu.
Do we classify Dave Bautista as an athlete?
Yes.
On the list that I did,
Yeah.
I think he's more of like
Because he's
Oh, well,
top.
then we'd
He's
have to
top
call
of the
John
top.
it's more
Cena,
of
too.
exciting Broadway.
Right. Yeah, it
which
is. yeah.
Those guys are actors.
But they
Those guys are all actors.
they are athletes to a certain
What they're
extent.
doing is athletic, but they
Yeah.
do more acting than,
But it's not a
than
sport.
every other athlete. I mean, they're all acting. They're all playing a character.
It's not. Oh, Jesus.
Dave
I don't want to
Bautista-
do it. I don't want to do it. I don't
It's all
want to
right,
do it. I'm not
Richard.
going to do it.
Dave
not
Bautista
gonna
was
do it.
playing a character in WWE or F or whatever. He was not playing Dave Bautista.
He was Batista. Batista was Dave Batista.
He was he was dropping Batista bombs for sure. But no, he's up there for sure, Dave Bautista. I mean, he'd be number one.
He would be number one, unquestionably.
if we're qualifying.
Are we counting John Cena as well?
We can't. No,
No,
it's too
we
much.
can't do it yet. Because I guess
All right,
there's a lot
well,
of
that's
stuff.
what we're setting live.
The Rock is
Rock.
Well, The
Yeah,
Rock's
yeah.
The Rock in every movie. But
that's
that's why
true,
I
but-
watch it, because I'm like, yeah, The Rock.
So is
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger was Arnold Schwarzenegger in every movie.
That's
Very true.
So I can't. But yeah, LeBron, he did a pretty good job. He did better than Jordan, but it's not anything. He's not winning a fucking Oscar. That's ridiculous.
No.
No, the
Absolutely
scene
not.
that pissed me off the most is when like his quote unquote wife was like, "You need to win this game and get our son back," and he goes, "Okay." Like what?
Yeah,
the
great chemistry
she
between him and
fires
his
you
wife.
up this whole time. She hypes you up all this work, and all you're gonna give her is okay. Like what the?
Hey, he was focused, man. He
Well,
had to beat this goon squad.
Maybe the shock of being sucked into a computer system was like, I don't know what the fuck's going
No,
on.
because he handled it pretty well at first.
Well,
He
and
was-
I'm talking about his wife, but his
Oh.
wife, no one seemed to care.
no.
Been here
It
a
was just-
1,000 times.
Right. It's just another day.
So, like, this is the life of LeBron James'
So I guess
wife.
the world now just knows there's
Another universe.
I don't know.
She probably puts that VR headset on. She's used to it.
oh, for sure.
Don Cheadle's
They
just
got that
fucking
expensive
dunking on people.
technology.
Okay, for LeBron, how do you get dunked on by Don Cheadle and be Robin to Bugs Bunny's Batman in the same movie and just be cool with it,
Well-
knowing that everybody's going to fuck you for it?
I think being Robin to someone's Batman when that Batman is a complete fictional cartoon, I think you got to give him some leeway there.
I don't
It's
think you
kinda more
can.
just funny.
I like
It's
those.
tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah, I like those animated parts more than most.
Okay.
of the
So did
movie.
I.
The
Yeah.
animated part was fun. I just thought for his perspective of being like, yeah, everybody hates me anyways. You know what? I'd rather he had just gone the opposite way and just been a god. Like, I wish they would have won like a 10, 100,000
Well,
to
how do they
one.
end
No,
up, what does
I
he
kinda-
do at the end to win? I can't remember. Instead of what does he do? He has one final shot. I can't remember what it was.
He doesn't dunk, he gets tackled, right?
Is that
Yeah.
Like Don Cheadle jumps on his back or some shit and it bounces. It was like
I
that
cannot-
Carlton
And
shot.
he hits that power up to help him get
the
up to get the
power
ball.
up? I forgot about the.
Which is essentially the equivalent of when Michael Jordan stretched his arm all the way.
But that one
through.
again made a lot of sense. There was a lot of setup to that to explain how that universe worked. I felt like the power ups were just literal cheat
Random.
codes.
They're just random. Yeah.
They were
There
in
was
the
no Bill
game.
Murray.
They
That's
were
what
in the
killed
game
him.
when LeBron and his kid was looking at the game at first,
Right.
and then it crashed. There was power ups.
Yeah, there
in
were.
It.
Oh, I get why they were there.
It just shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, because
still-
the power ups were like you're gonna score every time.
They're completely yeah. Like thank God there was a power up right there, because fucking LeBron would be dead, and all those thousands of people
Yeah.
would be dead too.
Yeah, they would have been
random.
wiped out.
Yeah, but it would killed half the fucking planet. Brutal, but people are just like, yeah, it's people know that there's actual Looney Tunes now that exists. It would fuck with my head. I couldn't even live in that world.
To know that
process it.
Pennywise is just out there, just hanging out, like,
Yeah.
fuck
And is
that.
like, is Pennywise off the clock?
Yeah,
like, why
when
is he
does he
not
start
murdering
killing
They
people?
love
people?
Is it right
basketball.
after the game? Because I'm gonna dip.
He's
early.
got money on it.
I'm not staying around the fourth quarter. Yeah.
He's covering that spread, whether he's got to eat somebody to do it.
He's an addict. That's who I would be getting on the team.
Oh my
Some
god!
real villains.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if you know what Pennywise can do. He's a fucking god.
The
Pretty
fact that he didn't get
multi-versatile.
one of those dragons from Game of Thrones to be the 5 was a mistake.
It was.
The thing is,
In hindsight.
they couldn't show the Pennywise costume more longer than 20 seconds because you see a big zipper in the back and like it's
the cheapest costumes
the
ever.
makeup's running. So
Which
it's like,
again, it's Warner Brothers. You figure you got a costume department on the back lot or something in Warner Brothers in Burbank, and they don't.
that's the thing is like it's like these people that are making this film didn't really. It was supposed to be a family film, but they had a lot of those adult fucking characters. It's like they had no idea who these WB characters really were.
Yeah.
Like just throw them in there. We know
There's some
they're
intern who never watches film. It's like, oh, these characters.
put the
just
Clockwork
looking through
Orange
it.
guys in there. People will love that.
That was the most strange to me because I'm like, did no one on this
Think
film
this would be
production
okay?
think this is a good idea? I mean, these guys literally raped a woman on the film, and we're just gonna throw them in a
Multiple
film.
women. They raped
Yeah.
a lot of people. Yeah.
Well, yeah, plural.
Yeah.
Woman.
They're like, hey, put them front and center, baby.
They get front row seats.
One guy's gonna be like, hey, Clockwork Orange.
I know those guys.
I get it. Weird that they're here, but yeah, it's like they had no fucking clue.
No, they didn't.
They just their one mission was put as many fucking WB properties in this as possible.
Do you think they had a long list and they're like, shit, we're running low on characters, so let's go with Pennywise, Clockwork Orange,
No.
and just all the terrible people?
I've seen the list, and they do dig for some fucking C-listers in that crowd for sure, but there's a lot of them like, I don't fucking get it. The Gremlins were there.
They
Yeah, I
were.
saw the Gremlins.
They had a nice little cameo there.
Everyone was there. If you ever seen Harry Potter, they showed a
A
fuck ton.
ton. Oh my
We
gosh.
get it. We know.
Why not invite these guys to the team? They're
I know, they're
wizards.
wizards.
Oh my god! Just
They
have
practice-
that broom out here swatting shit away.
Practice
For
dark
real.
arts.
And it's not goaltending either.
No, you can fly all
'Cause
day.
there's no rules.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
That's-
No rules to begin with, yeah.
The basketball game bothers me to my fucking core. I was watching this and I was like, "There's this fucking LeBron's a liability out here on the defensive end. He's not moving. He's just fucking trash. He's getting dunked on."
And they're losing, and it's like no one really even cares. I'm losing by 10,000 or
I know.
whatever.
I'd be shitting bricks in the audience.
Oh
if I'm
my
like,
God,
oh, they're
I-
down 1,000 points at halftime.
They were having a good time too. Like, why are you enjoying
The best
this?
thing about the first one, Michael Jordan, he had nothing to lose. He was literally not risking anything.
No, he was
by
gonna
being
be
there.
he was gonna
A
be their
slave
slave.
for- Swag
Well,
hammer.
they only do that at the second half.
Oh yeah, because he
what
makes
he
the
and
bet.
he agrees to
'Cause
it because
I-
Michael Jordan's a G.
Exactly. And at
Yeah.
first, he's just like, he's just playing. And I don't think Michael Jordan would have agreed to it if there was like 10,000 other people that
No, he
he
would
would
have
have
probably made
But
a little bit more thought
LeBron
to
was like,
that.
I got it. I go, think about it. These people have families.
They have lives.
He's like,
Difference
no,
of
I'll do it.
superstars.
I'm like, oh my God, he's good. He's not fucking that good, though. Not really to risk my goddamn life, but I just like the writing of the first one more.
For real.
But
All right.
Little
Well,
disappointed.
anything else? Any closing thoughts?
one more thing, Richard. Can you
I'm gonna
say?
go home and watch it tonight.
You know, I love it though. You know, that's what's awesome about film is it's just some people love film, some people hate them, and a vast majority of people hated this one. So
Y'all taking it too literal. You guys looking into it too deep.
yeah.
Just enjoy it at its surface.
I watched the basketball part too literal. I just got done watching the finals and I was like, what are we running out here on the defensive end?
I had a lot of money on the Coon Squad. And once I found out they weren't doing real scorekeeping and there's only one ref on the court, that was clearly cheating the whole time.
well, and I thought
I
up
knew my
1,000.
money was gone.
I thought for sure they were going to cover the spread. And they didn't.
I know.
It just fucking pissed me off.
Wild, yeah.
It is
But
what it is. Before we close out, Gideon, do you want to plug your podcast?
Yeah, check out Take the Charge. We just did a finals review. I really just glow about Giannis for about 30 minutes, and I should have gone for an hour because what he did was fucking impressive.
Let's. I'll ask you this: should he start being in the conversation of top NBA players in the league?
He already is. He's top five. He's top
what the
three. It's either him
But
or KD at this point.
Terrible
5
question.
years ago, he was the top pick.
Yeah,
a terrible
Well, no,
question.
because
Again.
there's everybody's tried to push Giannis out multiple times because of the lack of shooting. But the way
He's
he
always
dominated
been-
the finals,
He's always been top 5.
Is he the best NBA player in the league?
I would still take
Probably.
Kevin Durant, but
Yeah, it's either him or
it's
Kevin
either
Durant.
him or KD.
I'm
It ain't
surrounded by
LeBron.
everyone who watches the NBA
No, fuck
except
that.
me.
He's not top
so-
10, and I don't want to fucking hear it.
I would rather have seen LeBron.
I can name 10 better players than LeBron right
I'd rather
now.
have seen Giannis try
10?
to work his way through this.
Oh, yeah.
Name me 5.
Oh, I can't for
Giannis,
sure.
KD, Steph,
AD.
Harden, AD.
Okay, that was easy.
Jokic.
All right, well, let's
Name
close.
me 20.
He wasn't winning that title without AD. He wasn't
all right.
winning that title without AD.
Wrap this up.
You're just looking at better
Wrap
players.
this up.
AD is a better overall. You would take AD, who's what?
27?
Yeah, 27, or LeBron, who's
37?
58. Yeah, it's in half.
No.
This is fun. This is
If,
a little.
no, if O'Shea said you want AD or LeBron for the next 3 years,
I would take AD.
give me
wouldn't
LeBron.
even be close.
Give me LeBron.
That's
This is why you're not in the
Give me
front
LeBron.
office. This is why fans can't be in the
LeBron
front
might
office.
not even have 3 years left, let alone this guy's going to take us to the
Nah,
championship.
he's got 3 in him.
How old is he?
He's gonna win another before he retires. After Portland wins the next one.
No, he's not.
Bro, I feel like the Portland and Cowboy situation are one and the same.
Don't do that.
They're not the same.
Don't do
No,
that.
They are
they're not.
absolutely the
No,
same.
because-
Cowboys could get anyone. I mean, they're not even close to being the same franchises.
Yes, they are. The Blazers.
have the
Blazers had
biggest-
a great team. They had Brandon
Some of
Roy,
the biggest
Greg
franchise in
Oden.
football versus like the smallest
Greg
market.
Oden, the dude played barely.
Exactly my
basketball.
point.
Hey,
Exactly
I
my
love
point.
Greg
He got
Oden,
hurt.
though. He plays
Look
in the
at
big
Dak
three.
Prescott.
He's killing it.
He's in the big 3.
I've been watching
He
him.
is?
Yeah, he kills.
Dude can take a nudie for sure.
Oh,
That's
he
what
got a
was doing.
hog on him.
Yeah, Yes, he does.
Who?
Yes, he does.
Oh, Greg Oden.
Greg
Oh,
Oden.
yeah, I've heard about that.
It's just
yeah.
the third arm, if we're being honest.
impressive.
He does. It was a tripod.
He's a big boy.
He was taking nudes when he should have been working on that knee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. He slipped in the
bitches.
shower. I assume it was because he took a nude. But yeah.
All right.
gotta get those rubber duckies on the bottom of the tub, bro.
I know. That's what they're for.
That's where he went
Well,
wrong.
that is the Have You Seen a Podcast. If you guys like what you're seeing here, please be sure to smash that like button, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification as we drop videos here every single day. Thank you so much for watching and listening. My name is Mason Knight. This is Gideon to Mars, Richard Brumley, and Cash Kraus. And until next time.
Bye.